Alright guys, and we are back, and welcome to the continuation of my my entire movie collection. Now we are on the second to last shelf of DVDs. So after this shelf, we're going to do one more shelf, and then that'll be the entire movie collection. So let's get on to the continuation. Jeff Dunham, Arguing with Myself, really fun ventriloquist. If you're a fan of Jeff Dunham, that's probably my favorite one. Jersey Girl, Jingle All the Way with Arnold, Put the Cookie Down Now! John Q, one of my personal favorite Denzel films, and also has James Woods. Huge fan of James Woods. Joyride, didn't care for the sequels, didn't need a franchise in my opinion. The first one's really good though. Judge Dredd with Stallone. I am the law. Judgment Night on DVD. I do have it on Blu-ray, but because it is my favorite film of all time, I still keep the DVD. Jumpin' Jack Flash. And Jungle Ground. Next stack, got it right here. Let me just make sure they're straightened out. Just Before Dawn, The Karate Kid, Kick-Ass, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Kindergarten Cop, Kingpin, Kiss of the Dragon, Kung Pao, Ladder 49, The Lady Killers, Laid to Rest, and Lake Placid. The Langoliers, Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Last Action Hero. Really good movie right here, The Last Castle. Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, Mark Ruffalo, and Delroy Lindo. Directed by Rod Lurie. I know that name sounds familiar. Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis. The Last Starfighter. A League of Their Own. This is cool right here. The work print version of Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I got this at a convention. Legend. Legion. And Leon the Professional. Figure I showed this next just for one, but the entire Leprechaun set, the Leprechaun Pot of Gore collection, which includes which has the first 5 films. Leprechaun 2, 3, In Space, and In the Hood. These are fun movies. Gotta get a drink real quick. Okay. Next stack of movies here. Let Me In. Lethal Weapon. And Lethal Weapon 2. I don't have the other ones, though. I gotta get the other ones. Like Mike, one of my favorite films growing up as a kid. Loved Like Mike. The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane with Jodie Foster as a little kid. The Little Rascals, another film I loved growing up as a kid. Live Free or Die Hard. Now, I know I have the Die Hard films on Blu-ray, which has part 4 in it, so you're probably wondering, why do I have this? Well, the Blu-ray set only contains the PG-13 cut, while this is the unrated cut, and I like the unrated cut better. So that's why I keep this DVD. Plus, too, I like the metal packaging on it, I like the design that it has, things like that. Lone Hero. The Long Kiss Goodnight, I had this on Blu-ray as well. The Lost. Lost in Translation with Bill Murray. And a really fun, underrated comedy, A Low Down Dirty Shame with Keenen Ivory Wayans. Brother, you better show me some tits or die. If you see the film, you know what I'm talking about. It's just an absolutely hilarious movie. Next stack of movies here. Here we go. Here we go. Underrated movie here, Mad City. Dustin Hoffman, John Travolta. Now, the story of this film is that John Travolta plays a guy who works at a museum as a security guard. He loses his job, and he takes the whole museum hostage, because there's a person there with these kids, played by Blythe Danner, who's like a chaperone of these kids at this museum on a trip. John Travolta takes the museum hostage, and there happens to be a TV reporter inside the museum using the bathroom, played by Dustin Hoffman. And it kind of like this whole thing about like them forming this bond with each other and things like that. It's a pretty interesting movie. But really good film for John Travolta and Dustin Hoffman. Major League. Mallrats. The Mangler Reborn. Maniac Cop. The remake of Maniac. I still gotta get the original. The Matrix. May. Me, Myself, and Irene. And Mean Creek. want to make sure they're all in there, all straightened out. Anyways, let's continue on. Meatballs. Meet the Feebles. Meet Wally Sparks. Excuse me for the... Sorry, I burped. Meeting Evil. Men at Work. Really fun, underrated dark comedy with Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. When another man tries to get another man's French fries. Mercury Rising on DVD. I keep this because the Blu-ray doesn't have the features. And this has like an hour-long documentary. One underrated Bruce Willis film. And Metro. Let's see. Probably show one more pile, then I'll cut for this part. $1 Million Baby. Mimic. Underrated film with Owen Wilson, The Minus Man, where he plays a serial killer. Very underrated movie. Miracle with Kurt Russell. Missing in Action, Chuck Norris. Now this movie right here gets a top recommendation, Mistrial with Bill Pullman, where Bill Pullman plays a prosecutor where this person is found not guilty of killing 2 cops, and then he takes the courtroom hostage and presents evidence that wasn't presented before in the case. It's a pretty good movie. Pretty good movie. Bill Pullman gives a really good performance. And the last one I'll show for this part is Money Talks. And I'm going to cut it here for this part, so I'll see you guys in the next one.